Hi there. Thanks for joining me once again for the second part of this Mark Making as Practice Plus video series. So let's talk about the second part of Mark Making as Practice Plus. In the first part of this series, I talked about the mark making part. And in this next part, I'm going to talk about the bonus sessions. So this is the plus part of Mark Making as Practice Plus. These bonus sessions started out as a suggestion from past participants, and a lot of people suggested them. So I started offering them for that reason, but mostly I thought it was a great idea because a lot of participants were talking about bridging the gap between the mark making sessions and studio content. They wanted to develop more content in their work. They wanted to say something. They wanted to develop their own unique style, and then finally create a cohesive body of work. I find that this is the most important part, not just people are taking the Mark Making as Practice Plus class, but in most people's minds as they take workshops from me. This is what they mostly want to discuss, is building in content into their work. I started offering these bonus sessions as a bi-weekly thing, but this is the first year I'm offering it as a weekly thing to give you even more opportunity to build content, to offer you inspiration, to support one another, and to just have a more informal, relaxing place to go for mark making. If you're only taking the class for mark making, that is perfectly fine. If you're not interested in building content, that is okay. Everything that we do in the bonus sessions is just that. It's a bonus. It's an option. The most important thing about this class is that you build a daily mark making practice. That's all I want for you. I do block out 90 minutes for these sessions, but really they do rely on class participation. So if people are not participating as much that day, or there's not much opportunity for discussion, we might only keep it to 30 minutes, might only be 60 minutes, or might all go to the full 90. We will begin every bonus session with a short mark making prompt, and we'll spend some time responding to that prompt together. This is to offer those of you who are just starting out. Sometimes people find it a little difficult to keep up a daily mark making session, and only meeting once a week isn't enough. So I'm giving this opportunity to meet twice a week to start building on that daily mark making practice. Something else that I love doing in these bonus sessions, and that is the most fun to do, are the product and technique demonstrations. Every week, I will offer a new demo of a new product or mark making technique. In the past, sometimes participants in the class informally share. I really don't rely on students to have demos, but sometimes people will informally share mark making products that they found out, or a technique that they found, or that they've discovered in their own work. And that to me is the most exciting, is when you start teaching each other. So that's the best. Another part of these bonus sessions is the inspiration we get from other artists. I will usually choose artists who expand on the weekly lesson that I will send out to you every week. I will expand on each artist's work. We'll go further in depth to look at that artist's work, talk about their content, talk about their technique, and why it's important to you. Sometimes we'll watch a video, sometimes we'll do a short reading, something like that, to help you to see that artist a little bit more in depth. In looking at other artists and talking about their content, we can sometimes expand on our own, not copying someone else's content, but expanding on our own through other people's ideas. It's the way ideas are formed. Read about somebody's idea and then you say, I can expand on that. Or I've had an idea like that for some time. This person just made it click. Also, these bonus sessions offer you more of an opportunity to share your work with one another. Once again, this class is not about sharing. It's not about being perfect. It's not about showing people things to critique it. These bonus sessions just offer you the opportunity to say, oh, look what I did. This is so much better than what I did 2 weeks ago. Or I'm so excited to show you what happened with this product that I worked with. It's not about being perfect. It's not about critique, just about sharing. Gives you the opportunity to do that. And I find that a lot of people are excited to share. Even if they are not necessarily in love with what they did, the more that people share, the more people see other people's work, the more excited they are to do their own. And that's probably, other than the product demos, it's probably the best part of these bonus sessions, is the discussion that we have and the sharing. Also, some people like to have feedback on their work. They want to know, is this something that you find interesting? Again, it's not about critique, but sometimes feedback on progress. I do want to say I will never put anyone on the spot to share, ever. I think that might scare people terribly. So I would never do that in this class. It's not what this class is about. Something that I'm introducing in 2026 that's very different from the past bonus sessions I will be building in more content building exercises into these sessions. More reading, more writing, more research, and delving into your own personal work for those who need them. Many people have told me that making marks has gotten them creatively juiced. That has also creatively juiced up their studio work as well. However, they're finding it difficult to bridge the gap between the playing around and the more serious body of work. So the exercises are geared to help you find that bridge, to help you walk across that bridge. Other things that we'll be doing during the bonus sessions are more Q&A. If you have a question about your practice or just need a little support, or if you're struggling with something, these sessions will be the time to bring it up. I always find that any question helps the group. Even though you might not think it's helpful, it does help the group to know. And many other people might also be having that question, but may be fearful to ask it. If you don't want to speak your question, you can ask it anytime on our Google Classroom group, or you can always email me a question. I'm always happy to answer. I love the bonus sessions. No two are ever alike. I've been offering them now for a full year, two sessions of offering this class. And no two are alike. There's always something different, and I always kind of respond to the needs of the class. Every class gives me new ideas for these bonus sessions. So stay tuned for my third video in this Mark Making as Practice Plus series. This gets into the nitty-gritty of what you're going to need for the class in terms of materials. These are the basic, my favorites. So I break it down into 3 parts: pens, pencils, water media, and a couple other things that don't really fit into those categories. The basics list can be downloaded from the webpage. Whether or not you are taking the class, you can download it just if you need ideas. It's hyperlinked to my Amazon store, so you can easily buy products. Those of you who are taking the class will have a more comprehensive list to choose from. Thanks again for watching.